Hello, we are in week 5 and we are going to wind up the course. I have really been enjoying visiting with you and looking at your assignments and your work, and I have been giving you some feedback, and now end of this week I will be able to in a position to give you the final assessment of your grade, and I am very optimistic. I have an approach of encouraging students rather than discouraging. So, my grade is going to be based on objectivity on your work in a very carefully assessed manner. I am not just arbitrarily assigning anything. I will be credible and accountable in whatever grades I give you in the semester. So, always whenever you have any doubt why you receive certain points, why you miss some points, I hope you have been staying in touch with me on that. In this week, we are going to have a conclusive kinds of discussion, particularly dealing with the very important element of this course, and that is the criminal justice aspect of family violence, in preventing it, in dealing with it. Some people use the word controlling it, although it is very difficult to say we can control violence. Violence is a universal, it is a necessity, unfortunately reality for human beings, but at least we can prevent it in some ways that we can minimize the damage the child abuse or elderly abuse or intimate abuse may have done. And so, reading like chapters 12, 13, 14, we will get into some law enforcement kind of roles, laws like I believe in laws, legal avenues that are really these avenues have provided protection to children, protection for women as examples, even for elderly. And so, we need to think through the criminal justice system, how we can manage, how we can in some way slow down the activity, prevent it from exploding, becoming too serious where children die, or some children have a scar of sexual abuse rest of their life, that their mental health becomes questionable, or elderly people they are dumped and dealt with like a dirt kind of way. So, all kind of protections can be provided through criminal justice and guidance that okay, you can't do this, this is child neglect, you can't leave little children alone, that type of thing. So, these are all preventive activities. And I want to mention something that through my readings and research on child abuse, for example, the sexual abuse of children, the way we have advertised and so many media people have been talking about, like Oprah Winfrey types of shows where they have talked about the sexual abuse and in a graphic kind of way, those things have helped parents to become more mindful, more careful in leaving their children alone with strangers and not trusting people blindly, because access to children is number one cause of abuse. Who has the access? Where do you draw the line? Where do you watch who takes care of children? And so, prevention really comes through the law, but from society, from each of us. And I want you to think through that. Is prevention some kind of idealism? Is it an empty theoretical thinking, or is this for real? Yes, it can be real if the laws are effective, if the justice system has or is trying to deal with people equally, equality before law, and we have the court system and the justice system very open and accountable. Yes, we can effectively prevent child pornography, child prostitution, or any kind of way that whether husbands get abused or wives get abused or elderly people, that we can minimize the impact of such activities if the laws are very clear and enforcement is very credible and effective. I have really enjoyed working with you. I want to thank you. I appreciate your staying in touch with me and do more. Even after you finish the course, you know, send me an email now and then, stay in touch. If I can guide you, I write a letter for you of recommendation, because I know you now through your work with me, although we have not, most of us have not met each other physically, but I think we understand each other, know each other, and I want to wish you all the best in your career, and of course completing this course. Final exam is this week, so spend some time preparing for those topics, the study guide. I'll send some additional discussion and some clarification on the final exam topics, what kind of questions I like to give. Basically the questions are going to be like, I give a situation that okay, a child is sexually being abused, and what kind of specific consequences, that type of thing. So give you a situation and then you deal with that situation rather than memorization. My questions will not be based on memorizing anything. So this is a closed book exam, 1 hour exam. So reading or copying textbook has no meaning in this. Quoting the textbook has no meaning. Give your feeling, give your ideas, your opinion, and analysis of the situations I give on various concepts. So there will be thought kind of questions for which there is no real answer, but I want to get your reactions to them. And thanks again, and wish you all the best.